Nice brown color. Alright, we're now sparging. It smells wonderful with all those crystal malts and coffee and maris otter, caramel. So now we're just filling up the brew kettle, nice and slow. Okay, past the element. Not quite to the probe, but it'll be there shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and got this set to 200. And we'll turn on the boil kettle and get that started. Alright, got the boil going now, got all the hops measured out. We're going to start with 3/4 of an ounce of Challenger at the 60-minute mark. Boom. Go ahead and start the clock. I'm off and running. Alright, 30 minutes left on the clock. We have just under 1/2 ounce of Fuggles at the 30-minute mark. Put that in now. Boom. Alright, 15-minute mark. Stop it. We have almost 1/2 of an ounce of Yeast Kent Goldings. Boom. And we have some yeast nutrient and a whirl flock. It's going to go straight in. There we go. Okay, boil is over and it calls for a 15-minute hop stand at 175. So I'm going to turned off the boil kettle there, and I hooked up everything here. Turn on the water for chilling. Turn it through the chiller, out to the driveway, and then this should come down pretty quickly to the 175. And when it hits that, we're going to go ahead and set this. Alright, so it's starting to come down, so we're going to go ahead and set this. I'll put this back to automatic, and we're going to set this to 175. I'll turn the element back on, and this will cycle here in a second, and it'll just make sure that it'll stay at the 175. That should pop off again here shortly. There we go. We'll set this timer 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start that timer and turn off the chilling water. And now it'll just go ahead and maintain the 175 for 15 minutes. Alright, the chilling has begun. And I've had this running for, I don't know, good 20 minutes probably or so. That's the Sandy Clean 5-star chemicals. Does a good job of cleaning everything up. It's a nice sort of final rinse and sanitizer, and it keeps the foam down. I particularly like it with these Riptide pumps because they're pretty strong, and Star Sand works as well, but the foam will be up to like here if I was using Star Sand. So this is the one benefit of Sandy Clean. It keeps that foam down and still does a good job of keeping everything sanitary, ready for the next brew day. So when this is all done and chilled and moved to the fermenter, I'm going to go ahead and wash that kettle out, and then move this over to the boil kettle for a final rinse as well. Alright, the yeast for choice, once this is all cooled down and ready for pitching, we're going to use the WLP006 Bedford British Ale yeast from White Labs. I've never used this new pouch before, the Pure Pitch Next Gen. Just been kind of shaking this up a little bit, giving it a good stir, make sure everything's mixed up real good in there before we pitch it. The whole piece has been sanitized. I sprayed the whole thing down, cap and all that, and I just kind of been letting it sit here on the fermenter that's also been sanitized and ready to roll. It's actually currently filled with some Star Sand, and here in a little bit we're going to go ahead and start the transfer. Okay, now that we're down to under 100 in the kettle, and we're below 80 over here. This yeast calls for it to be about room temperature, so that's good enough. I can get it into here and I can slow this right down a little bit and get it into the fermenter at about 70. Got my trusty bucket filter. I like to pop on there. Go ahead and stop this flow completely. And away we go. And the recipe calls for it to be 1051, and we're about there. Maybe a bit higher, but pretty close to the target. Ready to roll. Pure pitch. Pretty easy. Came out pretty good too. Alright, there we go, all tucked away. The bird is just kind of normalizing. As I said, it was just a little over the target. And it's at about 78, 76, according to that other thermometer. I don't know how accurate that one is, the one that comes with the brew kettle, but looks like Inkbird's kind of leveling out. So yeah, we're going to ferment this at about 68 room temperature, and it's kind of right in the middle of the temperature range for this yeast, and we'll see how it does.